whatever for a reason. I can handle everything you need, and I told you how I feel. But every time that I spend in bed with you, you know I'm your home. I think so high of you, and I can give you everything you need from me. But I can give you love.
What it is, folks, it's your boy Itumeleng Promise Rakololo. Welcome to an exciting episode, the 4th episode of My Township, My Economy, Our Ordinary Stories on AfroEntial. I'm really excited about this week's episode, man, because of we touching on a very important topic, a very popular business concept that has been existing in the township over the years. Today, yes, we're speaking about the Spaza shop and tuckshop industry. So if you recall, the term Spaza comes from a Zulu word called hidden. So Spaza shops started to become legal during or pre-1994 in a condition that you have to obtain a trading license under the Act 71 of 1991. So that's when a lot of people started to now participate more in the Spaza shop field. So if you can recall, Spaza shop is still considered part of the informal sector. So the informal sector contributes about 5.2% to the GDP annually, and Spaza shops makes up about a large percentage of that contribution into the informal sector. So over the years, we saw a lot of challenges, especially within the Spaza shop spaces. We saw a lot of people who were operating their Spaza shop businesses. They came to a point where they stopped trading because of they were no longer making profit, because of now the field started to become more competitive. We started to see big corporate giants coming into the township with special planning and new malls, and as well as foreigners coming into townships and operating and lodging in bulk prices. So a lot of people who were operating the township or the Spaza shops in the township, they couldn't actually compete with these big guys. So we sat down with 3 people who were operating their Spaza shops since the early 90s up until recently, where they started to face more challenges. So firstly, we sat down with Ubaba Matonsi of Good Hope Tuckshop. Ubaba Matonsi has been running his Spaza shop since the 90s, right? And then up until now, but he's been faced with a lot of challenges. So we got to sit down with him as he was telling us a little bit about those challenges and what actually happened to get where he is today. So please take a look as we sit down with Matonsi, who's going to tell us his story. Thank you. Take a look.
Mina Samuel Matonsi, ngirana Spaza shop since 2002 fika manje. Spaza sambe se right before kuza ama-Pakistan bathe kufika la Spaza sami saqala ukuwa phansi ngoba mina ngina sponsor. Inkinga asinanto eziningi, laba abantu banento eziphelele, bane sponsor, abantu babalekela kibo. Government wasithembisa ukuthi uzosinceda, mara namanje abasincedi. Bathi bazosibiza sizele edrobheni, namanje abasincedi. Isitoko ukuthi nami ngiphumelele phambili. Sihleli kaningi futhi besihlalele police station. Mara sihlulekile. Angithi abanye bayayeka bayangala ngoba ama-Pakistan bathi ama-Pakistan ayithethe ibhizinisi ayithethe. Kabuhlungu kabi. Very right ekuqaleni mara khona manje ngi-effecte kabuhlungu. Ngoba bona bane-sponsor, thina sina-sponsor. Bengi right lesikhathi ama-Pakistan angafiki. Bengenza everything engifuna uyenza. Mara since wafika amaPakistan ziyabheda. Ngoba ebuningi mawuthengisa nawo amalight ayafuneka, irent iyafuneka, ufuna ukudla, awuna sponsora. Bese banceda nalonga namali besimnika mathola imali azosibhadala mara manje asisakhoni.
Okay.
Bese banceda labantu. Mabaphelele ukudla bebaza sibanceda mara khona manje asisakhoni kunzima. And izinto ziphezulu ngemo. Izinto seziphezulu futhi and asina sponsor.
Then iphilisa wena.
Abantu bayathenga la mara kunanto zonke bathenga okunye laba ukuthenga okunye le.
Yes.
Anginayo izinto eziningi.
Okay.
Bona babaleka ngibakhona mara into zami ezincane.
Yes.
It's more than 15 ngelanga.
Yes.
More than 15.
Ebaza abantu abaza kuwe bafuna ukudla.
Yeah, bangazitholi. It's more than 15 bafika ku 20.
Yes.
Izinto eziningi, amashukela amakhulu, milimili azikho, amarisi azikho. Asizifikelele ziyadura. Government mangasinceda sizoba right. Sikwazi nokuqasha abantu. Besiqasha abantu bengathengisi mina ukusebenza abantu. Mina ngihamba ngifuna istock mara sengibuyile ngihleli phansi. Ngoba nomuntu ngizombhadala ngani ngoba isitoko sincane. No abathe ngikhulume nabo kaningi. That's why ngibatshele ngathi ne credit imali kancane. Sekunzima manje ngina sponsor mina.
Yes.
Kunzima kakhulu.
Yes.
Nginika loyo naloyo angisabaniki bonke. Nginika loyo naloyo ngoba abanye mabanika bambile. Ukuthi umnikile noma ngaphatha imali sekudlula ngathi akakuboni. Mina ngicela ugovernment ukuthi asincede sikwazi ukuqasha abantu sikhulise ibhizinisi sincede nabantu abahluphekile. Ngoba khona manje sesidonsa nzima. Abantu bayahlupheka. Besibanceda bekumnandi mara khona manje sesidonsa nzima kakhulu. Sicela uncedo ku-government. Kudala sicela uncedo namanje sisacela uncedo. Asilahleli itolo. Mhlambe kuzolunga amalanga azako asazi.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Bongana Monaring from Konalaika Sea. Okay, ukuthenga la ngicale 1995. Yeah, ukuzothenga la tuckshop Mr. Matonsi. Okay, fine. Since I was young vele, sikhulele khona la bathi duze nakhona. And then bathi ngoba bethu vele emphakathini vele yabona. So nemasikhula sikhule bathi sijwayele ukuthenga la ukudlalela ngapha everything umuntu right wabona. Since masakhula akukho bathi inkinga la isale bathi yena salo fasibonisa yona.
Okay.
Oh yeah, wazi benefitile too much a lot. So ukuzothi no asinguthi sithi no ukuthatha advantage ngayo oranjani yabona. Uyakhona ukuza la uchayile. Njengami uthokuthi bathi ngithi ema-20 asina fish endlini at least ngizame ngithi 10 fish yabona or isinkwa ke sikhona bathi mhlambi isinkwa amathari phakethe encane amathari ushukela ama-20 akanankinga wenza njani. So ama-20 kahle kahle umuntu lo yena wazini othanda ukusiza umphakathi yabona. If ngayithi sibe kanjalo usiza umphakathi wabona. So yeah, and osezile vele too much empilweni.
That was Ubaba Matonsi, who actually told us about his highs and lows and challenges that he faced with running his Spaza shop. Secondly, we sat down with Ubaba Elias Masalesa, who's running a tuck shop called Elias Trading. So we call him Moholo. So he's been running his shop also since the early 2000s, since he moved into Soshanguve, coming from wherever he was staying before. So he told us a little bit about his challenges as well. So please take a look and enjoy. And if there's any help that you think you can give Ubabu Elias, you can always try to reach out to us at welcome to mytownshipeconomy.africa. That's our email, and make sure that you reach us there. But anyways, for now, please take a look as we sit down Ubabu Elias Masalesa.
Elias di tlhoriso Masalesa ke tlhakele Garankuwa ka nna Soshanguve ka thota ka tla mo ka reka stene mo ka kra stene ka aga so ka baka la mmereko o tlhokagalang ka bona re se se kaone gore ke ipulele tuckshop gore le nna ke kgone go phela ka mokgwa o mang le mang a le kang go phela ka teng. Okay, lebitso la shop ke Maelis Trading Enterprise. And the shop e thomile ka 2006. Kore pila thomile 2005 he ya bofelo. Yeah. So fitla ka tseko ke ntse ke perekela ka mokho ke berekang ke le solo. Ke thomile ka o rekisa airtime ne ke rekisa airtime le mabone sele ka kra company ngo ba re ke Savaya so ba re offera machine for free machine e ne re berekisa re sa patele selo rena re no recharge chelete ko bankeng and then re rekisa re khona rekisa mabone le airtime. So as time goes on ka no ya ke ntse ke lebella re okay mosoka ho ka dumela sa re ke bule spy shop. Then ebe ke thoma ke reka dilo tsa shop ke rekisa. Then mo matsatsing ke ntse ke ya be le re go tlhaela ntato mo ba re ke ntate Tlhongwane wa Coke a tsena mamputisa rolo mo ke tuck shop na ka re ke tuck shop antaro o reka ka di cold drink ka re no a shi ke rekisa di cold drink so ke reka ko di wholesale ebe no tisa certificate sa DTI and register mo Coke. So mara ka la pile ka tsentsa order mo yena mo Coke be le re khona ke thomile ke berekisana le Coke ka ina tsele. The process e changes the changes tse di lenten ho nile di changes ho thoma go tsena batho ba ba tswa ko ntle ba ga di shop mo thokwareng and then le go aga mmolo o mo rena lona o nile le effect mo Spaza shop ntare ba stola re bereka ka mokhonne re bereka ka tente so ena no re thewile re le ko tlase so and then le taba ya gore di Masalisa rena matla rena a ka re khona re ka stoko se se idumele se se gang gore ka khona re ksetsa batho ka mokho khona gore no re bunyane jana ba ko botshwereng o topo re ke mo rekang o rekise so shotile ngo shotile bo tshantse bo ya pele. The problem e khole ya re batho ba ba divide mo rena ke taba ya gore hantsi batho ba bona ba tla mo rena ba nyaka sekoloto ene re ba tima sekoloto then ba tshaba mo re le mo teng ba tshabela ko bathong ba le ba ko ntle ba le mara ba fitla kwa ntwe makatsang a ba reke ka sekoloto ba khopele sekoloto ba reka cash a ba tla mo rena ba nyaka sekoloto so re ba le taba rena le bona re qabanisa ke sekoloto fela batho ba borena ke ona taba re qabanisane batho ba borena.
Okay,
ene o thoma ba tima sekoloto a ba sanya ko reka mo wena ba no feta ba ya ko bona batho ba.
Okay.
A ona selo se re ikemetse fela ka mokhore ikemetse Aona since re promisiwa dilo tse re tshepiswa ditshepo 10,000 e dingwe re tlatsa difomo ko Tshwane Center business center aona ntho e nko e tswileng le mina re itse le re letso di felletse kae le re ba re botse gore go feitse kae go etsagetseng a shire ke re di report until up to kajeno so ne re ka thabela fela es ba mmuso ka mokhoileng ba tlhalosa ka teng gore no a ba sanya ka di-smokers tse e betsenyane ba nya go dira di-mini supermarket ba re ba tla re attenda since ba bolela bjalo a lona mo no ba lentswe fela a re bone nko e tswang le mina and I will be happy if ba ka re attenda ba ira ka mokho le rena maybe re tla hola re tla khona o employ bathonyana ba bang re tla ba le batho ba bedi ba bararo ba re ka berekang le bona ra thusa malapa manga sokola ya ntho e ne le teng nna ka bonna ne ke lela noshi ne ke thaupile ne go na le no ne ke re go na le maso ne ke ntsha a part of grocery ke isa ko losongo baba but ka bokone re utlwane le bontate Mathonsi le ba bangwe batho ba ne re sile ra le ka re boledisana le bona Mathonsi a boledisana le bona le mtate Mokhari a sa busa moya before a re tloela lefatshe la ka jeno gore batho ba modimo re thuse re re he hona le matlhoko a mabjana ka mohae o tshwana le bana ba phasitse re khona go limita di afue ka dilo tse di rileng tsa bana tsa sekolo ka re le community le raka mo rena le rena re khona pay back service pay mo community re ska nna gore re rata fela le reka mo rena re benefit re tshwara chelete for rena shopo tse re di butsi bana sta rena ke tsa lena di tlo thusa lena le bana ba lena le lena le re bana ba rena ke tsa rena ba botle so e re tlhoka mo go bona re tlhoka thuso ya gore ba re godisetsa dishopo tsa rena nna dishopo tse kgolo and then re khone go rekisa phatlo ya o jewa grocery tshwana le dishopo tse kgolo di chain tse kgolo re ka itse ha ba godisitse bjalo nka se bereka ke na ke nnoshi batho ba bedi ba barare ke tlo ba hira ba ke tlo berekang le bona ba ke tlo ba patelang ene seo se ra gore ke tlabe ke tswetse setšhaba sa rena mosolo le bona tlabe ba ntswetse ba tlabe ba ntswela mosolo and then there's many ways to kill a cat le rena re tla bona re pay back bjang go setšhabeng re na le batsofe re na le bana ba phasang ba yang dikolong bana ba bangwe ba na selo ka mohae malapa a senang selo ke ona thata re ka lebellang nna bareki ne ke nyako ba kgopela gore ka e le bareki re na re khonne go bula di-shop tse nnyane mo gae ne re kgopela theko ya bona a ba re theke ba ka se re naganne le re ireng le rena bjana ka ya batho ba rakgwebo re tla nagana re bone gore batho ba re theka business tsa rena di a gola a re ba thekeng a re ba thuseng ka ntho e bjana le bjana le bjana le bjana ya bona so ke dilo tse le rena re di lebeletse gore re ka se enjoy fela gore ba tlise tšhelete mo rena le rena go na le se tshwanetse re se busetsa morago ko setšhabeng gore re bereke hand to glove rena le setšhaba ya re traile magato a re lekileng go a ira ile ka leka go bolela le some of the Spaza shoppers le ba bang ka mo bo di ele kam gore a re kopaneng togetherness and then re khone go ntsha tšhelete re be le bulk mo re ka rekang ka bulk so gore le stoko se le setla re khone go rekisa ka a good price ba bona so ntho a nke ya materialize ya tswela pele sa mosele ya nna di flopo gore ntho e tswele pele na balla ka matlotlo na ba sena di ba ona di tšhelete ya ke sona ke weak point a batho ba bolang shopo tsa batho ba bantsho tšhelete a iteng gore ba ka bereka dilo tsa go tshwana le tse mara ke na le tshepo gore ha ba ka kry-a finance and ba monitariwa gore finance ya bona e bereka bjang ba itse le gore tshwanetse ba beye bokae ba safe bokae ya stoko eng dilo tso tsotlhe tseo ba rutiwa ka dilo tseo business tsa batho ba bantsho di tlo tswela pele makeišene a batho ba bantsho a tlo golega mo pheletsong ya ka ne ke re go bana ba batlang ka mo marao le se bana o mongwe le mongwe o a filang gore a ka nya go ira kgwebo a ska tshaba go tla mo rena a khopele maele gore re thomile kae ra ya kae ka re ntho engwe le ngwe ka senotlo a e tlhae go le godimo ngwana e topa ra thusana re tsamaile di-workshop le rena re tsamaya di-workshop bona ba kaone ka ra bo tsamaya di-workshop tse nna re di tsamaileng re tlono ba thusa fela ra ba bontsha mola le mola ra ba tlhatsa reno mo berekang so mo berekang bjana le bjana le bjana le bjana.
Dumelang, nna ke nna Mrs. Ngwato ke tlile mo plekeng ya mo LVV ka 99.
Okay, ma le thomile neng ho reka mo shopong ya ya moholo.
Shopo ya moholo he ke hopola pila he ke tsena mo LVV, it was the first shop ene le mo LVV ke yona ene re berekisa hanchi ne re reka mo yona just because ne re tloha from that street, second street re tla re tlo reka kwana.
Okay, ko pele ntlhalosetsa gore moholo ke motho mo beang go tšhabeng sa lona.
Moholo he nka motlhalosa ke ntate o botho o boikobo o lerato o kutlwelo botlhoko mo bathong a se motho o a tshikang di-custom tsa hae ke motho a bolelang di-custom tsa hae ka tlhompho le lerato.
Ke nna Thembantuli ke na molane one le moholo mo ene ke hale ke mitsi moholo wa bona umholo unokusinceda thola ukuthi singasina next sifuna nje ukolotisa uyakhona ukusinikeza izinto sibuye futhi simpatale ukuthi umholo umuntu o right olunge kakhulu yaba mara manje ama custom manje awekho kahle kwamanje since lockdown iqalile mara yena usabambelela usayivulile nale shop le ukuthi isa operator yona uyabona and uyasinceda kakhulu njengathi ithole singasebenzi imali sithola sometimes ukhona ukusinceda uyabona ukuthi nabantwana at least bakhona ukuthola okuyethunjini kanjalo nje uyabona.
Okay, that was Ubaba Elias Masalesa, who was telling us a little bit about his highs and lows as well as his challenges with his tuckshop business. So lastly, we sat down with Ubabu Jack Siri of Jack's Tuckshop. Please, Ubabu Jack Siri is a congregant in his township. He's very much known for his giving hand. He's been helping widows, he's been helping orphans as well. So over the years, while his business was making a lot of profit, he's been trying to contribute as much as he can to the community. So a lot of people are testimonies of his help in the community. So he hit rock bottom, especially when his tuck shop started not to do good. So, but he didn't stop there. He said, I will continue to fight up until help comes. If somebody who's out there watching this My Township, My Economy segment, if you think like you can lend a helping hand, please try to reach out to us. But for now, let's see story sa Ubabu Jack Siri as he tells us about his highs and lows. Please take a look.
Inalaga ki Jack Siri ki thomilo onna mo ka 93 re to le ko Scotland salary nna ko Scotland ka bo 91 90. From there ka tovula tuck shop ka 97 ubulenga ka tuck shop but bataba complainer because we get a school or no re sokola le nna ka bona ra ke ya sekolong ge ke boa ke bula ka re bo sena motho wa ka nthusha o tloa 97 ntse re kgarakatšana le tsona ya ba lebaka la gore a wa re ya pick up go pick upeng ya rena ebile matsapa ka gore di-business be di se tse dintši le transport ya rona be re sokodiša go stocka go kry-e le gore sometimes re hira dikoloi di re stockela mararano ya le yona from 97 ntse re tla le yona until 2001 ya thoma go lekanyana but ya ba e le gore e be re nyaka go thuša batho a botsebotse e be re sa re dira dikgwebo gore re benefit be re thuša le community gore e kgone go kry-a dilo ka nako ya tsona di ka bogaufi o tloeng moo ya bataba gore re kopana le merafe e mengwe bjalo so ya ba challenge e nngwe ntšhi yampe ka gore ba rile ba thoma ge ba fitlha mo batho ba merafe e mengwe wa kry-a e le gore bjano re thulana ka eng re thulana ka di-price wa kry-a e le gore community ya rona e rata di-price tša ko fase go ya ka mokgo price tše be di le ko fase ka ona ra ba ra tekateka go ya ka mokgo re tekatekile ka ona o tloa gona mo ya ba e le gore business e ba boima because ga re sana di-custom di tšhabetše ko merafeng e mengwe ka baka la gore ba rile ba tsena mo ba tsena ka price tša bona ba seno tsena ka price tša bona community ya tšhabela ko bona ge re thoma re collapsa ba boela priceng tša rona so gona bjanong ebile ke busy ka re a rekiša but o boima o na le di-product tše dingwe tše a ke tsone nka di tlhalosa bjang because tše tša ke se ka re di-fake ga ke no re tše tša price ya ko tlase like o kry o rekiša cold drink original o e rekiša 12 ranta a tla ka no name kore ba taba gore o tshwantse a e rekiše 10 ranta batho ba tšhabela ko 10 ranteng and o ka se ba sole because ba nyaka dilo tše di cheapileng re lekile go rarabolola mara kry-e le gore ga o sana plan kore re collapsa re ya fase bjano kore a re sa itse o re ire kore a sanka ra ba le plan re lekile go ira plan ya go tlhakantšha batho ba bantsho bantši ba rekiša mo ma-africans but ya re palela lekile go e tlhakantšha mara ntse o ya ko pele ile ya re pala feleletša ebile bana ba le re be re tsene le bona re ra re ire 1 2 3 ba tsentšha maforeina mo di-businesseng tša bona ke ntho e irile gore re no latlhela toulo re tshware tše re ka di kgonang kora ke kwešišo gore nka e tlhalosa jwa mara ke tano e tlhalosa ka mokgwa nka kgona ka gore ge o ka re o patela rent o rekiša o patela rent o mongwe a sa patele rente mara a rekiša eo ba taba ya gore motho wane o la sa patele rente pata ya rekiša ke ena o benefita wena o patelang rente ka mo o reka dilo o rekiša o ka se benefite but government e ka leka gore thuša mo re ka kgona gore re kgone go thuša setšhaba sa borena ka baka la gore ba bantši a ba rate go reka mo maforeine so o kry-e le gore o tla mo wena o kry-e o reka dilo tše di tshwanang ka dilo tše di bolang o tse gore o rekiša dilo tše di bolang o tshwanetse e tshware 2 days e bang di fedile but o ka e tshwara om 3 days o feleletša o irang o losa wena a bolela le bona re lekile o bolela le bona but o kry-e le gore o ka lebelela ga one business e sena sekoloto e be re kgona go kolotisa batho ka mokgwa o tshwanetseng and o kgona gore ba kgona go ibusha ka mokgwa o ira but o kry-e le gore sometimes he ba thoma o bona re thakana le challenges tša gore motho ana a re o kolotiša after seno kolotiša a sa tlo reka mo wena and o tse gore sekoloto se ko ba le di-business a mene se ko ba le di-custom because o kolotiša motho the next time o feleletša a sa tla mo wena a e tla kwa a o reka ko teng o feleletša o ira o lositše but sekoloto sone be no ba risk ya rena ya o kolotiša ka gore community yona be ka se o thuša ka selo but rena be re kgona go ithuša ka baka la re motho le atla a nyaka like a sena tšhelete ya o namela ya bus fare go kgona go mo thuša just because wa mmona gore o support mara motho a sa o supporta re kgone ka mo thuša wa tseba gore keng business jo bolela nnete a ke gane ba re business nako e nngwe le thušana maresh e boima for o thušana ka baka la o ka lebelela industrial ya di-taxi the same thing gore a e fapane kudu le yona because road gore ile ra kopana but ei a sanka ya felo ke felele ke gopola ebile re koleka ditšhelete a ke sa gopola be re kolekela eng but re feleleditše re jelo ditšhelete tšeo o feleletša gore o bona and o kry dija ke batho ba e le gore o bo o sa gopole gore ba ka dija business tša bona ba di fa maforeina bjano ga o sana tšwela pele o kedibile ga o sana ko ka yang gore e bjang gona bjano monate we ka mokgwa di-business di leng ka gona e le competition mo batho ba gona bjanong ba bafša ntho e nyaka maikemišetšo and maikemišo tša ona kore o ka se rane tuckshop o sa e rata o tlošišane ka mokgwa o sa e rateng ka ona e wa lebaka la gore wena o tshwanetse kore o no gapeletša gore kore o ikuke wena ka bo wena business ya se tšhelete o ka e tlhokomela business ke botlhale bja motho le maatla a motho fela then o ka ba le botlhale bja business then o kry-e le gore o ka tšwela pele marei for ona bjano youth a ke tsebe gore nka ithuša bjang gore ba kgone go rekiša ka re business ona bjano re a struggle unless government ya tsentšha letsogo ka gore bana ba rena ba badile ba ka kgona go berekišana le government through ka mokgwa e le gore e tla be e nyaka ka ona mara ona bjanong ona kore a ke tse gore nka ba encouragea go encouragea ka kore ba ye sekolong then ba kgone go rana business ka tlhaso ka knowledge ya go tlhasa sekolong wa gopola gore bona le dishopo tse di fela di tsena house to house especially rena re rekiša ba leka gore maybe ba re fe stoko then re kgona re ba patela ka morago wa kwešiša gore nto e bile taba ya o ka boela morago because immediately o tšea stoko ge o palela ko sepatela o iragala bjano government ke yona be e ka re thuša gore at least e re subsociety gore re kgone go bona gore re ka kgona go tšwela pele
Hi everyone, nna ka lebitso ke nna Koketso Mabina ke tswa ke le extension Soshanguve ke tswa ka mo Jack's Tech Shop nna ke tswa ke le ka mo next door and like ke holetse mo like king 28 years old like since ke le ngwana ba ntse ba rekisa mo bile papa na rekisa le ko sekolong ya rekisa bana ba sekolo ke that's how they made their living cause mama ke teacher papa ke businessman so nna ke ile mo ke ntse ke reka mo every day he ke shota ka ranta ba mfa here is na go sna captain ba re fa di chips everything like ke benefitile a lot
so mpotse ka hore Jack's Tuck Shop you thusitse bjang wena as mocha growing up and anything like that
I think in preventile dilo tse ntši like dilo tsa strata so cause well e ka mo next door so he ke tshantse ke shopong ke tla ga mo next door unlike ke ya khole and like to re no hutletse nthola gore ba utsa bana ba banyana or ba utsa bana ba banyana so yona at least they'll come next door. I do rekitile shopong, kitle next door, and I agree and nyakang. The pladil available, and interested a lot like ya school. There is a one school so one. So here's nas captain as really way, Raizura, Bagam next door thing, Roja boat, here's naying, Bacono Tata Mobatang, Rabonori, reshape.
Any words of encouragement from the market or Mohai?
Encourage, like, Santiba supported the local businesses because Lavana noted it is Spaza and some goods, they harmful, like, are they healthy? So, when I held the local some, at least by its Wakono, Hevako Shopong, where it's okay, into it's one it's one muso, it's one it's a so, it's one it's so, at least. But try by all means or by meet the nistarna as the custom and learn a try as the customer be respectful encourage like one amount who are Harry Kishota Gange Conore is connected to have a reki some tolo conota, especially both part or so conota, what oreka, yeah, shop. Okay, thank you.
That was Ubaba Ujek Siri of Jack's Tuckshop. So if you think like you can lend a helping hand to Ubabu Jack, Siri or whatsoever, please make sure you reach out to us. Welcome at my township, my economy.africa. For the first time on this segment, now we have business advice from our analyst. On this episode, we sat down with Mr. Michael Ramokolo of Uluchi Training and Development. So Mr. Michael was analyzing on the problem that we have, especially concerning the township, tuckshop and Spaza shop sector, which is highly affected. So this is what Mr. Michael Ramokolo had to say or give his input or advice, especially to the tuckshop owners and whatsoever. Please take a look as we sit down with Mr. Michael Ramokolo.
Quick introduction, my name is Mike Ramakolo. I'm a business performance practitioner, mostly in the private sector, catering for the manufacturing and the construction industry, but obviously not limited to that. So what I do is I focus on what we call employee performance and business performance in terms of looking at what we call the quality management systems and various training interventions. So I've been invited to touch base on very successful businesses that we had called the Township tech shops. Just to touch base on that in terms of where we are standing as a township in terms of our tech shop, in terms of where the future is, or is there a future for township tech shops? What is it that perhaps we have been doing wrong or haven't been doing right, or what we can improve on? So I'm just going to give my 2 cents in terms of my expertise as also what we call a continuous improvement practitioner, where I deal with just continual improvement in terms of business and the likes. Very interesting topic that's been going around called township economy. There's a lot of talks about what the township economy is, what entails a township economy. So there's a very huge spectrum, and now we're just going to pick a part that focuses on what we call the townships, tech shops, and what they contribute to what we call the township economy. So I've got a concept that I've built, and I call it township economy engineering, to say let's look at the township economy in terms of engineering principles or concepts. So it's a mechanism, it's got systems, it's got processes, and what we need to do to ensure that we build a super engineered, or what we call a mega plan in terms of township economy. Just to give my 2 cents in terms of the township shops, as a business practitioner, we need to revitalize or take advantage of the township economy. What do I mean by that? Obviously, if you look around the background, there's a lot of traffic in terms of people There's a lot of traffic in terms of what we call small businesses or informal small businesses. So, for example, in the area that we're shooting this, we've got a lot of institutions of higher learning. We've got the busiest street here called Obri Matala, where you've got like thousands and thousands of people fluctuating throughout the day. The question is now, if I was to benefit at least R1 from each of these people, I would be contributing to the township economy. You know, if we can have somebody that will wash in the township car wash, somebody that will get products that we use in the car wash from locally. So the whole township economy engineering system works like this. It says, now we used to be running successful tuck shops, and somewhere, somehow, we kind of lost the grip or kind of lost the plot, for a lack of a better word, in terms of running our township businesses. So the conversation is, one, where are we currently as black businesses that are running township tuck shops? Is there a future for us? If there is a future for us, what is it that we can put into play to ensure that we keep on striving and keep on making a success or taking advantage of the township economy? Key elements to look at. So the township economy looks at a lot of dynamics. It says, like, we need to gather the past evidence in terms of what was happening in the past, but we mustn't turn a blind eye in terms of what is currently happening. So we see that the culture has changed, the dynamics have changed, perceptions. We've got a new generation of thinkers, we've got a new generation of customers. So we're in the township, but we've got something that we call customer experience or customer feel. With any business that you do, you cater for the customer. So for us to come back and play a major role in our township economy in terms of tech shops is that we need to say, let's sit and let's look at who the customer is. What does the customer want? What makes the customer happy? And once we answer these, we'll have answered or established what we call customer satisfaction, because you cannot run a business that doesn't satisfy a customer's needs of some sort. So we need to look at the trends and say, in the past, what kind of customers were we catering for? What customers do we have currently? It would be something as simple as the look and feel of a shop. You look at the scales of the economy. In terms of the employment rate, is mostly with what we call your young adults. This is your 50 minus type of consumers or shoppers, as we might call it. And they would obviously have a specific way that they would like to experience purchasing any item, whether it be in our local shops. It would go from, for an example, the look and feel of the shop, the colors, the design, the patterns, the way you put up your compliance papers, the walk-in experience. Where have you shelved certain products or product A and B, and how easy is it to access that? How do I pay? Are we convenient in terms of, can you tap? Can I swipe? Can I go cashless in terms of purchasing that? So we need to really sit and say, with the current township shops that we have now, what is that one element that's missing in terms of customer experience? Look and feel, convenience. I mean, convenience is what we consider as something that sells. So how do we make it convenient for our customers to access products, pay for products, have also a great customer feel and experience? So you look at the township current shops that we have, you know, without speaking bad on any particular shop and all that, you'd compare the likes of your big retailers in terms of the design, the layout, the colors and all that. And there's obviously room for improvement in that. You know, we want a place where I can get in, it smells good, it looks good. That indicates to me that whatever product that I'm going to be purchasing has passed the health test, it's of quality. We're living in a generation of photos and social media. I can take a snap as I purchase my things. And the background would be nice and all that. So those are kind of the elements that we need to look at. To say, now we've got a different breed of consumers, a different breed of customers that we need to actually study and say that how do we make these people happy? How do we deal with what we call customer satisfaction. All right.
That was Mr. Michael Ramokolo of Olushi Training and Development. Really thank you for your contribution to the show, Mr. Michael Ramokolo. You're a very great guy and you're a very intellectual guy. I really respect you. Thank you a lot for your contribution. Guys, that was our episode for this week. My Township, My Economy, Our Ordinary Stories. Now we have a new page that you can follow on Facebook. It's called My Township, My Economy. On Instagram as well, My Township, My Economy. And also on Twitter is My Township, My Economy. We're building My Township, My Economy as a separate entity because of it's separate from AfroEntial. So please make sure you follow it on all the social media platforms, My Township, My Economy. Thank you guys for tuning in on this week's episode. My name is Itumeleng Promise Rakololo and I'm signing out.